Alright, today we're going to be talking about the new Marvel Ultimate Universe, and I'm not going to lie, I am really liking it so far. I have not read the original Ultimate Universe, but I'm really enjoying this. Starting with Ultimate Invasion, I thought these four were great setup. Obviously, I mean, you have to read these if you want to read the new Ultimate Universe to understand the knowledge background of what's going on. But these four, Ultimate Invasion and Ultimate Universe, I thought were great. I thought they were great setup. I thought having the Maker stop heroes from existing and controlling the ones that he does let exist was pretty cool, but they're not really heroes, as you learn the more you read. Especially Hulk. That dude is crazy. This dude, Bruce Banner, is insane. He's a psychopath. Now, my favorite comic line that they have going right now for the Ultimate Universe is Ultimate Spider-Man. Sorry. Ultimate Spider-Man and the Ultimates. The Ultimates is really good. This is their version of the Avengers for this universe, and I'm loving it. But, okay. Let's go back. I want to go through these one by one. So, I just covered the Ultimate Invasion one. Ultimate Spider-Man. It's a really new... I like this take on Spider-Man. So, we pick up with an adult Peter Parker who's married to MJ with 2 children, and then he gets the choice to become Spider-Man, and he takes it. I like this because he also... Ben's alive, May's the one who's gone. Interesting. Yeah, at the start of this, there's a big bomb that explodes and kills Norman Osborn, Emily Osborn, and May Parker, which obviously has big implications for Spider-Man storylines, obviously. So, I really enjoy this comic because I feel like they actually do well with having Peter be happy and also still be Spider-Man. Like, that's a fresh take. Like, most of the times if Peter's happy, he's not good at being Spider-Man and vice versa. Now, Ultimate Black Panther. I'm not gonna lie, my only experience with Black Panther before this was in the MCU. As you can tell, I'm a new comic reader. This is like the first time I've read through a whole like comic storyline, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of fucking with this Ultimate Black Panther quite a lot. It feels a lot more like off on its own than the other projects. Well, yeah, I'll say that. It feels more isolated than the other ones, but I'm really liking this whole Moon Knight, this whole Ra and Khonshu versus T'Challa thing they got going on. Well, it's mainly Khonshu, because Khonshu's Moon Knight, obviously, and he looks pretty sick. I prefer traditional Moon Knight. I'm not gonna lie. I like Mark Spector. That's me personally, but the Moon Knight works here, and Storm and Killmonger, their duo and their thing they have going, I like it a lot. Shuri, way different than in the MCU. Wow. Shuri is kind of a badass, like, not gonna lie. Okoye, I love her. She balances out T'Challa really well. She's very strong, like, very strong character, like, personality and emotionally. She's very strong, which I love. And overall, I like the feel of Wakanda as a whole. I like the themes of them not really helping Africa, so, like, why would Africa, like, be as accepting of T'Challa as a king? This whole storyline revolves around Moon Knight, Ra, and Khonshu trying to take over the entirety of Africa and get a hold of their vibranium. And I'm just really liking where this story's going right now. I'm not gonna lie. All right. Ultimate X-Men. We'll come back to this one because I have more to talk about on this one. The Ultimates. Oh, I would say this is the best of what the new Ultimate Universe has to offer so far. The Ultimates has some really cool moments. This moves the story the most out of any of them, obviously. This one moves like the main storyline along the most. And there was also a one-off comic that was really good about Nick Fury. I'll try and find it and pull it up. That comic I really liked because the end of it was just like hilarious. You really should read the Nick Fury. I think it's called like Ultimate Universe 1 Year In or something, but it's really good. Now the Ultimates. Let me get back to the Ultimates. The Ultimates is great because it shows the forming of the Avengers and what they're doing. Iron Lad. Really liking Iron Lad because Howard died and gave everything to Tony. I'm really liking the Reed Richards Doctor Doom a lot. Captain America is probably my favorite part of this team so far. I'm not a huge Captain America guy, but Captain America's really, he's holding the team together. He is the spirit, the soul of this team. I also like this new take on Hawkeye, and Thor's always enjoyable. Ant-Man and the Wasp, sorry, Giant Man and the Wasp are great, but definitely my favorite part of these is everything happening with Doom right now. Doom is very complex and interesting, and the Maker screwed that dude over so hard. So the Maker went and found the Reed Richards of this universe and tortured him, had the rest of the Fantastic Four killed. Johnny, Sue, and Ben are all dead. But Reed has a Doctor Doom mask welded onto him, and the Maker keeps telling him he's Doom until he finally goes by Doom, and the Doom is the reason that this whole storyline, like, it's the only reason that we have heroes, is Doom. So he's really cool, and he is still trying to make the Fantastic Four, which I love. I hope we get to see that storyline paid off soon, because I really want to see the Fantastic Four. Now, there's one that they don't have listed on here, which is Ultimate Wolverine. This one's like brand new. Only these first 2 issues are out so far, which I have read, and I'm liking the Ultimate Wolverine a lot. Wolverine is one of my favorite characters, so this hits close to home for me. In these Ultimate Wolverine comics, Wolverine, background. So Colossus, Magic, and Omega Red run a section of the world, and their Winter Soldier is Wolverine. And now we're only 2 issues in, obviously, but so we haven't had enough to see where it's gonna go, but it's starting off good. The last issue of the second comic ended with a bit between Wolverine and Colossus, where he's talking to the Doctor about how the best way to get him, he will rebel eventually if we don't put him in his place, and then Colossus starts scrapping Wolverine to put him in his place, and it's perfect. I can't wait to see the third one, how this goes. Alright, now, the other one that I wanted to talk about was Ultimate X-Men. Now, as you can see here, you might notice something, which is that Ultimate X-Men, this does not look like your traditional X-Men, and it is not. It is drawn and colored and illustrated a lot more like a traditional manga, and I don't mind that because I've read manga before. I'm actually kind of liking it. It's something different, which is pretty cool, and it's bold. I'll definitely give it that. It's bold. These characters, not your traditional X-Men characters. The only ones that I've seen before are Psylocke, which is right here. But I like this new take on the characters. It got some. I needed to get used to it at the start, but it also started very slow. I will say this comic starts very slow. The issues are the issues just feel like they're so short that they can't get they don't move much plot forward. So it takes a lot for anything to happen. But I'm really liking the main character, Hisako. She's very interesting. I like her a lot. It looks worse than it is. You just have to give it a chance. Like, honestly, you just have to give it a chance. I will probably go more in depth in this one on a different video, because this one has a lot to talk about. But yeah, overall, this new Ultimate Universe is starting off really well. It's got a lot of potential, and I'm loving where it's heading. Thank you for listening to my speech. I will see you in the next one.